Yes, 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 yes. It's a Continental Sport TV. ISTV Sport for Taste this week with Euphoria in the building. But right now, it's on in the building. Please, if you're watching this for the first time, you know what I'm talking about. This is ISTV. Do me a favor, smash the like on the video. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. What are you doing? Let's build a community together. African doing this to the world. ISTV. Euphoria in the building. Let's get this started. It will be a fantastic week ahead. But first, let's hear from Euphoria. Are you ready, Euphoria? All right, people. Back, relax. Let's hear from Euphoria in the building. How do you like on the video, people? We're getting ready.
Thank you very much, and welcome to another edition of Sport for Taste. How was your sporting weekend last time out? I mean, it has been one really adventurous month of match we've had in the world of sports, from football to tennis to basketball, of course, to Formula One, because the new season resumes this month, and we've had 2 races so far, and we'll be having the 3rd one very soon. I mean, it's been a lot in the world of sport, a lot of drama, a lot of emotions, and everything that encompasses sports. So welcome to this week's edition of Sport for Taste, and of course, you know, this is where we bring to you the preview of everything in the world of sports, what to expect, or the sporting action to expect. So let's dig into it quickly. Concerning that particular one. So we start off with Formula One. Well, we'll be having the 3rd race of the season. Yes, the 3rd one this particular season in Australia. So that will be the Australian Grand Prix at the Melbourne circuit, and of course it expects a lot of drama. It's been drama this season, but it's not short of what we expect from Formula One, and of course it's just a review, or it's just a continuation of what we've had from last season, where Mercedes struggle, and of course teams like Red Bull, or constructors like Red Bull and Ferrari, are leading the pack in that particular one when it concerns wins, and of course when it concerns podium finishes in that one. So we get to see the 3rd race of the season and see if the little strain between Lewis Hamilton and his constructors, which are the Mercedes, if they'll be able to put that one behind them, go back to the drawing board, and be able to pick up something for themselves early this season, and not finish last season, where Mercedes did not win a single race last season, which is very absurd when it comes to that particular one, because they have one of the best drivers in the sports, talking about Lewis Hamilton. Okay, we also have basketball. Well, the NBA is coming to the final weeks of the regular season. We are just 2 weeks to the just a week now. After this week, we have just 1 more week in the regular season, and of course, right now, 5 teams have booked their spots in the playoffs, talking about the Milwaukee Bucks, the Boston Celtics, the Philadelphia 76ers in the East, and of course in the West we have the Denver Nuggets and the Memphis Grizzlies. These are the 5 teams that have booked their spots in the playoffs, but we don't know where they'll be finishing yet, but of course we know that they will be in the playoffs. So other teams will want to join them in that one, but the games to look forward to, the blockbuster game to look forward to this week, if you're a fan of the NBA, will definitely be the game between the Denver Nuggets and of course the 76ers, and that's because there is a power tussle, and of course the race to get the MVP for the regular season between talking about the current reigning champion, or the current reigning holder of that particular award from last season, talking about Nikola Jokic, and of course we also have someone from 76ers, talking about Joel Embiid, justly for that one. Don't forget that there's a Giannis Antetokounmpo in one part of that particular mix-up too, so it's going to be a very interesting one to look forward to, talking about the Denver Nuggets and the 76ers. Both have booked their spots in the playoffs, but this one has more to do than the playoffs. Talking about that one. And of course, the Boston Celtics will be playing against the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks versus the Boston Celtics is going to be happening this week also. but have qualified for the players, like I said. But we'll be looking for who finishes top of that conference, who finishes as top seed from the Eastern Conference. Moving away from that one is tennis. You know what happens in tennis. From last week, we had the Miami Open, and of course, it continues this week. It's running till the end of this week. This weekend, we have a lot of upsets. Jabwa has been knocked out. Zverev has been knocked out. The Onyx did not have the tournament he expected to have. Cameron Norris, all of these people have been knocked out, but we still have a lot of top guns in this particular one. Paulo Alcaraz is still waxing stronger since he returned from injury that made him miss the Australian Open, and he has been winning as many tournaments as he gets to find. So we'll get to see if he'll be able to win this one come Sunday, the 2nd of April, this weekend in the finals. If he gets to the finals, if he will be able to pick that particular one. The women final for the Miami Open, which is a ATP and WTA 1000 event, is going to be on Saturday. We don't know who will be playing there yet. Of course, we expect to see that particular one on the final day in the month of March. That will be the 31st of March. Talking about, okay, that will be on the 1st of April, I beg your pardon, but that will be on Saturday. The 2nd of April will have the men's final, talking about the one that right there at Miami on the 2nd of April, Sunday. Moving away from that one, let's quickly move to football, where it's packed action everywhere, from club football to continental football to country football, which is currently ongoing around the period of international break, like you know it. But we expect to see club football this weekend. We get to see club football even midweek, because in the MPFL, which is the top flight division of Nigerian football, we are back from the mid-season break, and of course continued action. We get to see continued action midweek and of course this weekend. And then the continental football in Africa continues for the final game week this weekend. We get to see games starting from Friday till Sunday, both in the CAF Champions League and in the CAF Confederations Cup. The CAF Champions League, we get to see lots of blockbuster games, like the game between Al Ahly and Al Ahly. Who both have Al Ahly has 7 points, Al Ahly has 10. Al Ahly has 7 points. Al Hilal has 10 points, and so we're looking for who finishes top of that particular group in that one. Yet that will be games in the Champions League, CAF Champions League will be on between Friday the 31st and Saturday the 1st. While in the Confederations Cup, we get to see all of those games will be happening on Sunday the 2nd. We get to see who finishes top of their groups, and those will be able to eventually book their spots in the quarterfinals, because teams like Rivers United have already booked their spots, but they would like to finish top of their group. So we'll get to see games between Asfa of Morocco, Pyramid of Egypt. We'll get also expect to see a lot of interesting action in the game between ASEC Mimosa, who will be at home and welcoming Rivers United, the Nigerian MPFL current defending champion in that particular one. Moving away from that one, let's go to club football, but this time around in Europe, and I'm talking about the UEFA Women's Champions League, which is currently ongoing. We've seen the first leg of action, talking about the quarterfinals, but this week we'll have the second leg of action for that particular one. Well, in this particular tournament, or in this particular competition, all the teams last 2 weeks when the first leg was played had a 1 goal advantage. All those that got their 1 goal advantage will this time around begin to consolidate on that one and make sure that their opponents do not outscore them in this one. But we get to see on Wednesday, we get to see the game between Barcelona feminine team and of course Bayern Munich. Well, Barcelona versus Roma, I beg your pardon. Barcelona have a 1 goal advantage going into this particular one. They picked up a goal, they picked up a win when they went over to Rome, and this time around they'll be at the Camp Nou to welcome Roma. They lead 1-0 on aggregate. Arsenal will be at the Emirates, but this time around they are trailing Bayern Munich by a goal to 0 on aggregate. So they will look to overturn this result and be able to progress to the semi-final of the competition. On Thursday, we get to see Wolfsburg and PSG. Wolfsburg will be at home at the Volkswagen Arena to welcome Paris Saint-Germain Feminine, and of course they have a 1-goal advantage going to that particular, talking about Wolfsburg. And finally, the defending champions of the Women's League in England, the WSL, talking about the Chelsea feminine team, or the Chelsea women as they're called, lead this particular fixture against 8-time champion and current defending champion Lyon, 1-0. So they'll be welcoming Lyon at the Stamford Bridge on Thursday in that particular one. They lead by a 1-0, talking about Chelsea on aggregate, so we'll get to see if they can actually knock out the defending champion of the that's talking about the Women's Champions League. Continuation of all the reverse legs of what we saw over last weekend, talking about the qualifiers for the AFCON that will be coming up in Cote d'Ivoire or in Ivory Coast in 2024. So the AFCON, or the yes, that's the AFCON qualifiers for 2024 is ongoing. We can expect to see the game between Guinea and Nigeria. Guinea-Bissau won that particular one away in Nigeria. They won that one a 1-0, and they'll be welcoming the Super Eagles of Nigeria today, being Monday, for the reverse leg of that particular fixture in Guinea-Bissau. We get to see games between Togo versus Burkina Faso. We get to see Angola will be welcoming Ghana. Well, the game between Liberia and South Africa was a lot of drama, and then 2-2, and Liberia this time around will be hosting South Africa in the reverse fixture. And of course, finally, the games to look forward to in African continental qualification showpiece will be the game between Mozambique and Senegal, defending champion Senegal. Those ones are very brutal. Last weekend, they defeated Mozambique by 5-1. So this time around, Senegal will be going over to Mozambique to play them in this particular one, try to pick another 3 points and score more goals in this particular fixture in that one. Moving over to Europe for the Euro 2024 qualifiers, which is ongoing. We've seen a lot of goals. Record is still getting broken. Records are being set. We saw Ronaldo keep extending his record, especially that win they had yesterday. But this time around, we get to see more games. So the games look forward to this week in the qualifiers for Euro 2024, the Euros 2024. We expect to see the game between Scotland and Spain. That will be one really interesting matchup to look forward to, and also Ireland versus France. And finally, we expect to see games return for club football in Europe, and of course there are a lot of interesting fixtures to look forward to in that particular one. In the EPL, expect to see the game between Man City welcoming Liverpool at the Etihad Stadium this weekend. Also expect to see the game between Newcastle, who have been really phenomenal this season, although they've had their own issues too when it concerns form, but they'll be facing Man United again. Remember, they faced them in the finals of the Carabao Cup, in which they lost, but Newcastle United will be welcoming Manchester United at home. Talking about that particular one in this weekend in the English Premier League. Also in the La Liga, there are a lot of games to look forward to. In the Serie A, the game to look forward to will be the game between Napoli and defending champions AC Milan. Well, Napoli looks to have maybe got more advantage when it concerns the journey to who scoops the Scudetto this season, but of course they have to also make sure that they pick up very good results against AC Milan, not necessarily but because of the pride involved. So they'll be playing at home against AC Milan this weekend. In the Ligue 1, we expect to see the game between PSG and Lyon. PSG up and there. There's been a lot of talk concerning if the trio of Neymar, Messi and Mbappe, if it doesn't really give what is given, it is not giving, like this generation will say, it is not giving what it's supposed to give. And of course, we expect to see the game in the Bundesliga, which is one that everyone will be looking forward to, where the new manager of Bayern Munich, talking about Thomas Tuchel, he will be in action this weekend, or he'll be leading the side for the very first time since he got employed by the German club, where he'll be facing his former side, Dortmund. Well, there will be the game between Bayern Munich and Dortmund at the Allianz Arena. This is a one very interesting one because Thomas Tuchel once coached Dortmund. In fact, the job trajectory for him was Dortmund, down to PSG, down to Chelsea, and now down to Bayern Munich. So it's going to be one really interesting one to look forward to, and let's get to see how that one will turn out in that particular one. That's how much you're supposed to look forward to, and even much more. Like I said, there are a lot of games in club football this weekend in Europe. So catch up with your favorite teams, catch up with the teams that you know you have interest in, and of course catch up with everything sported this week. Thank you so much. This is how much we have for your sport for taste. I stay in Euphoria, and of course it's over still done for the rest of the show.
Yes. That's euphoria for you people. Come on, people. Smash a like on the video. This is how we do it. More to come on this station or this channel. It's all your community, people. Subscribe to the channel. Feel free. Drop your comments. Way forward, the way we can get better. We can only do better. We can only get better. People, enjoy the rest of your week. The Dawn is signing out. On this station, on this channel, when it rains, you know what I mean. It falls heavily. Bye for now, people.